Veterinarians, you play a key role in helping farmers defend against African swine fever, which threatens America's pig population, pork industry, and food supply. While African swine fever does not affect humans, it has a nearly 100% fatality rate for pigs that become infected. It's highly contagious and currently, there is no vaccine. This video highlights 4 ways you can help farmers protect their pigs and their livelihood from African swine fever. 1. Basics of African swine fever. 2. Biosecurity measures. 3. Signs of infection. And 4. Reporting and collecting samples. Let's start with the basics of African swine fever. It's important that pig farmers and pig owners understand not only the seriousness, but the basics of African swine fever. They should know this disease affects all swine, including livestock, pet, show, and feral pigs. Healthy pigs may become infected through direct contact with an infected pig, through saliva, urine, feces, or aerosolized respiratory secretions from coughing or sneezing. Pigs may also be infected through eating contaminated feed, undercooked pork products, or food waste. If even one pig gets it, a farm's entire herd may need to be destroyed to prevent spread. African swine fever is not a public health or food safety issue. However, people can carry the pathogen on clothing, shoes, equipment, vehicles, or other materials and unknowingly bring it to a farm. That's why putting in place biosecurity measures is critical. Pork producers and pig farmers need to hear from veterinarians about what biosecurity measures need to be in place to prevent African swine fever. Work with them to develop or update their site-specific biosecurity plan and help them instill best practices that limit on-farm traffic, ensure proper cleaning and disinfecting protocols for people, equipment, and vehicles entering and leaving the site, restrict access to production sites by setting up and maintaining barriers and clearly marked lines of separation, boost employee biosecurity practices, ensure strict protocols for the movement of animals, prevent feed contamination, control wildlife, rodents, and insects, and ensure the proper ways to deal with manure and disposal of carcasses. You can find helpful biosecurity handouts and other materials to share with your clients on the USDA website. The signs of African swine fever infection can look like those of other, less deadly diseases that you may commonly see in production setting. That's why it's critical for you to help farmers and producers to be alert for any of these signs: high fever, decreased appetite, weakness, or atypical production, red, blotchy skin or skin lesions, diarrhea and vomiting, coughing and difficulty breathing, abortions or sudden death. Reporting is also vital to limiting the spread. If you suspect a case of African swine fever, report it immediately to your state veterinarian or federal animal health officials. Call the USDA for appropriate testing and investigation. After reporting a suspected case of African swine fever, trained personnel will need to collect samples from the swine with proper field collection kits to be sent to the Foreign Animal Disease Diagnostic Laboratory for diagnostic testing. Approved samples to be collected include whole blood, spleen, lymph node, tonsil, and serum. Visit the USDA website for more details on protocols for collecting and sending samples for diagnostic testing. Veterinarians are the front line of defense against African swine fever. It's important that we stand together to protect our pigs, our livelihoods, and our industry from this potentially devastating foreign animal disease. Please share this video with your colleagues. It's a matter of livelihood and death.